Welcome to the Artie's Attic Warehouse 13 Fancast, where a steampunk girl, a lifelong sci-fi fan, and a rocket scientist chat about the popular 2009 sci-fi series. There's never a dull moment with the agents dedicated to protect humankind from unexplained phenomena that manifest their powers in special objects. And there's all those friendships and relationships along the way. Grab a cookie while you can. Hope you don't smell fudge. Gear up with your Farnsworth, Tesla, and neutralizer, and let's have some fun by snagging it, bagging it, and tagging it. Welcome back to Artie's Attic, a Warehouse 13 Fancast. I'm the Warehouse 13 janitor. I see dead people. My name is SP. And introducing Artie's Attic lead agent and historian who wishes she was Myka's teddy bear, it's Agent Shannon.
Do you say teddy bear or teddy bear?
Okay, let's go with both.
Anyways, what's up, guys?
And also joining us is the warehouse agent who gets to wear her super suit this episode. It's Agent Carolyn.
Okay, but I'm going to fall over in those heels. I probably won't wear the heels, but I could rock the suit. Totally.
I think it's part of the
Here's
suit.
some nice Birkenstocks.
I think that's the
I could do Birkenstocks. Yeah.
I think that's where the suit gets its batteries.
With socks.
It's in the heels. With socks.
Hey, there's only one room for one gay one here, okay?
And introducing to this show, the agent personally responsible for single-handedly bringing back Burger King and vaulting the final countdown to dominate the top 40 charts in 2023, it's Agent Law.
What is popping?
That's all you got. What is popping?
Yeah.
You put her on the spot.
You were so animated beforehand, and now you're like,
Your vibe
hi-
is dead. Like,
hi guys.
Y'all
I'm
using slang
Law.
is crazy.
Crazy. Cray. All right.
Yeah.
We are continuing our discussion of the show that premiered on July 13th, 2010. 2 years before Stephen Amell, as Oliver Queen, played a vigilante defending Starling City against villains who have failed this city. And also a year before the Infinity Gauntlet made its first appearance in Thor in 2011. It's the Warehouse 13 Season 2 second episode premiere, Mild-Mannered. So the Amazon description, which Shannon so really wanted to hear at the end of last episode, was a masked vigilante with an artifact is cleaning up the mean streets of Detroit. But when the very object that granted this mild-mannered Samaritan his amazing superpowers threatens to destroy him and his city, it's the dynamic duo of Latimer and Bering who must now come to the rescue. Shannon, what did you think about this?
I like Pleather a lot. I like that Myka was the hero, heroiness, whatever you want to call her. I was always, like I've said before, because I've watched this for years, but when you go back and you watch, it's like, oh yeah, they were in this. So you have the characters, the people who played in Firefly in here. And they played a couple in this episode too.
Yeah, they did.
Jules State, and I can't remember his name, Sean something.
Sean Meyer.
Yeah. So I think this is a good episode. I think it's funny that this week's artifact of the week was pants, like
It was
underwear.
underwear.
It was trunks.
Underwear,
Trunks.
trunks, whatever.
It was trunks. They're called trunks. Just ask Pete. Because he knows every episode by heart.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think there was a lot of funny moments on it. I think there was like some over the top kind of Xena-esque kind of stuff going on in this episode. Like when he jumped through in the sky and then he'd bust from like when he's jumping from different buildings.
That's his Superman impression. Able to leap buildings in a
The
single
only
bound.
thing he was missing was like up and away kind of thing.
No,
he's
no
kind
capes.
No capes, just trunks.
No capes.
No caps. No caps.
No capes.
Little Incredibles there. Hey, La, this was your first time ever watching Warehouse 13, right?
No. I've been
mean-
watching it since I was 7.
You
She's
were
made me watch it.
She was 6 months old we were 7 months old when this episode premiered.
Oh.
But she's been watching Warehouse 13 her whole entire life. Both my kids have.
As she should.
As she should.
Well educated. Lots
I've
of
taught you
knowledge.
well. I've taught her. You know what? I got her for Christmas, and she already knows because she asked for it. She wanted a Bengals poster and a Stevie Nicks T-shirt. I'm like, hell yeah, I got it. I got you. I got you.
Oh.
I got you.
La, what's your favorite Stevie Nicks song?
Seven Wonders or Gypsy.
Both of those are Fleetwood Mac
No, they sound the same.
because it's the same woman singing it, but it's Fleetwood Mac.
Same
You got-
thing.
No, actually, you got Belladonna. She don't. She just likes Stevie because
Okay.
I like Stevie.
All right, La, so what'd you think of the episode?
I thought it was kind of okay. So when he said that, I liked it, but when he said that he bought it in a thing of gym clothes, he decided to wear those trunks on the outside. Why? Also, he decided to get those. Yeah, these are probably underwear. Let's wear them on the outside.
Because would you wear someone else's underwear on the inside?
I wouldn't wear someone else's underwear at all.
Me either.
Me either. However, he was a big comic book fan. So, and I think his favorite comic person happened to be the Iron Shadow. And Iron Shadow's costume required those on the outside. So that's probably why. At least
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Maybe he was just cosplaying, right?
Yeah, so like all
He's
those
just
months that you
cosplaying.
wore Elsa for a long
Don't you bring
time.
Elsa into this.
Oh yeah.
I had powers, but when it had the little accident, I lost them. So
It had she wouldn't take it off. So
I
for
know I would
months
not.
she
I
would
was
wear it.
Elsa, and you
So
couldn't accept the fact that I was
It
Elsa.
had an accident in the washroom.
She ripped it. She ripped it. And
Oops.
threw it
You
away.
could always buy a real red towel and throw it into the wash with it, and it'll bleed all over it. You'll be fine.
I'd have done that. But I got more aggressive with it. And I took one of the strings and I wrapped it around the agitator. I'm like, look, see?
I
Whoopsies.
cried really bad.
She did. It was not crocodile.
And then you ripped my
Aw.
Sophia dress.
Aw.
I wouldn't take that off either. I went from Elsa to Sophia.
So would you wear Sophia now?
Yes, I would. I
That's-
would so wear a Sophia shirt. Not Sophia shirt, a Sophia dress. I
I have to
so
keep her
would.
from the public for a long time.
What did you dress up as for Halloween this year?
A frat guy. Be my best friend went as frat guys. We look like classified lesbians, but it's okay.
That's kind of what she was going for.
exactly designates a frat guy's outfit, or do I want to know?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You walked
Khaki
into that one.
pants, a white t-shirt tucked in with like beer stains, so a white t-shirt tucked in, right? And a belt.
Mhm.
A belt, and then some sunglasses and a
Is that
lanyard.
what y'all wearing the white wife beater shirts for? The tank tops?
No.
A lanyard.
Did you actually have a belt, or was it string?
It was a belt. This one time, I refused to wear belts to school. I would look like a frat guy. No. I wear strings. I tie my jeans with strings today. Yes, I did.
Did
Yes,
you
I
wear
did. I admitted
Sauconys
it.
with it?
Huh?
Did you wear Sauconys? What kind of tennis shoes did you wear with it?
I wore purple Converse. Yeah.
You didn't have any Brooks?
I'm training a baby gay. I'm gonna have to say.
I hope Beef hears this. No, I'm not wearing Brooks because I'm not like Beef. Anyways. And then you have a summer
So,
little
Last week we had the quiet one. Not on this one. No.
We have so much ammunition on her, so this is going to be fun.
anyways, I had a little button up shirt but had like palm trees and stuff all over it, and then sunglasses. And a backwards hat, of course.
Reminds me of a whole weekend at Bernie's kind of feel to it.
Oh, that was my thought. Was sounding a lot like Weekend
Yeah.
at Bernie's.
Another B movie
B movie
that you're not gonna watch.
All right, so you mentioned Jules Sate. She has 68 acting credits since 1991. She was in one episode of The X-Files, 14 episodes of Firefly, 33 episodes of Stargate Atlantis, which she played with Jason Momoa, so she has that in her repertoire. One episode of Warehouse 13, so this is the only time we see her in this show. One episode of Legends of Tomorrow, and 2 episodes of Blind Spot, and then, the rest. But that was,
She was in Blind Spot.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no
Can't
idea what
think of
y'all are
her in
talking about.
X-Files.
Mhm.
Blind Spot was a good show.
Jules State was his girlfriend, the redheaded girl.
Whose girlfriend?
The gal that ran the coffee shop.
Yeah, he
Sheldon?
no,
Sheldon's
Not
girlfriend.
Sheldon.
Yes.
Sheldon's girlfriend.
Oh, her.
the one that he was trying to protect and they worked in the cafe.
And then end up having a whole shelf fall on her. Love, true love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That one. Yeah.
Those two are I haven't seen him in a lot of things.
Yeah, Sean Meyer has 42 acting credits since 1999, including 14 episodes of Firefly, 2 episodes of Arrow, and that's all I wrote down because really there's not much else that is relevant to the sci-fi geekdom in his repertoire.
Now I don't remember her in X-Files, but there's 9 seasons of X-Files.
She was really young.
I would
It was
think
one of
so.
her first credits. Yeah.
That's like Kat Burrell was in an episode of Lost Girl, and I'm like, what? I had to go back. I'm like, oh my
Why
gosh.
are all
she's like a
y'all
teenager.
shows having like 25 seasons? But anytime I had like a show, oh, it only has 2.
Because that's when shows were good.
When they have you heard them when they call me the show killer?
You are kind of a show killer.
Yeah,
Exhibit A.
I know.
Yeah.
What's your favorite show that you're watching now, Laura?
I don't have one. I just watch YouTube all day long.
Okay. What's your favorite YouTube channel?
Who's that girl that you is it Chris? Something
Call me Chris, yeah.
Call me Chris?
Yeah.
She's funny. I like her.
I know.
Do you call Chris?
No, her channel's called Call Me Chris.
Do you call her?
I want to.
Oh, jeez.
Well, there's the Asian guy that's always putting the different.
Oh!
That's one I find funny. Those two. Other than
Don't
that,
you have a friend Coral like that?
Hmm?
She says he reminds you of your
yeah,
friend
the
Coral.
way he talks reminds me of her. The way she talks.
Can I have some of your Capri Sun?
You cannot.
Please. It's fruit punch. Mimi.
Really? We're going here now. Let's talk about Conrad Coates because
Yes. He was the cop.
yeah, Officer Kessman, and he has
That's why you put VOD on it.
147 acting credits starting in 1989. Listen to this credits. 1 episode of War of the Worlds, 1 episode of Earth Final Conflict, 4 episodes of La Femme Nikita. Now we're starting to get to what I consider the real good stuff. 1 episode of Fringe, 1 episode of Warehouse 13. The same year he did Warehouse 13, he was in Tron Legacy.
Was he?
Yep.
Now I need to go back and watch that. Who was he in Tron Legacy?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. So
of course I'm going to ask you that because I love that movie and I can't remember who he is. I can't remember who he is.
He's Conrad.
Kind of.
No, not that. In the show, silly.
Oh, in the show.
Yeah, in the movie.
I see. He played Bartek. Or Bartek.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. No idea.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right. He played in 2 episodes.
Now I want to watch it again because I'm like, now I need to know where Conrad is in Tron Legacy because I love that movie.
He was in 2 episodes of Sanctuary, 1 episode of Alphas, 1 episode of Haven, 1 episode of 12 Monkeys. You ready for it, Shannon? 11 episodes of Defiance.
Of Defiance.
Yes, the purple guy.
I don't remember him in The Sanctuary.
I don't either.
He was one of the ones that we interviewed for Voices of Defiance. We've actually talked to Conrad before. Very, very thoughtful guy. It was one of the more unusual interviews that we did because he didn't know what to expect. I think it was his first podcast interview ever. And he got very comfortable with us by the end. He's like, yeah, we should do this again. I'm like, yeah, sure. The show gets renewed, which it didn't.
It didn't.
Sadly,
He was
did not.
also in X-Men Apocalypse, 2 episodes of Dark Matter, 4 episodes of Star Trek Discovery, and 5 episodes of The Expanse.
Okay, Carolyn, I saw that face. I don't remember him in Dark Matter either.
I was like, wait, Dark Matter, The Expanse, and what was the last one? What was the other one?
The Expanse?
Expanse, but what was the one that you said is before that?
Star Trek Discovery, yeah.
Yeah, Discovery. Who was he in Discovery? I don't.
Oh, he was Klingon.
Was he a Klingon? Oh, maybe he was.
He was Admiral Terrell.
Oh, I think I remember that. Because every time I see him on the screen now, I just scream, "Oh, the purple guy from Defiance!"
Oh, that guy?
Yes, the purple guy from Defiance.
I remember watching it when we were little. Remember me and Carrie were little? Remember you'd put it on?
I do remember you being little, yes.
That purple guy?
Yeah, the big top.
Yes.
Me and Carrie always called him the grape.
Yes, the grape.
And he played the father.
That was the top.
Grape. He played the father of the girl with the white hair. The other the other woman in purple, not the woman in white.
Not the woman in white.
There was a lot of body paint on that show.
The
Wait, who
one
was
that's
the-
on the logo of Defiance now because of your dad.
There was a you had I can't remember her name.
The orange one? The orange girl?
Calacia.
Her, yeah.
Purple one?
She was purple, and they were.
No, she was not.
What was the name of that race?
The
The grape.
No,
Great
I want
Babe?
to say it's V something. I think. I don't know.
The
Great
grape.
Omek.
The grape.
Oh, we gotta make them do work. No, they were both.
But yeah, the grape guy was the guy that was the cop in this one.
Well, I'm gonna make up a new race called the grape.
Okay.
The grape.
So
Okay.
that's what the race is now. The grape.
I thought it was Omek or something like that.
Yeah, Omex.
Sound like
O-M-E-C.
Omek. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
right.
Anyways, they were the ones that would eat everybody. So
Oh,
everyone in town was scared of them.
Kinsey.
Lovely.
Him and Kinsey,
And
him
his
and his
name,
daughter came to town.
Tevgin was his name. Yeah.
'Cause
Tevgin?
Jamie had lots of relations with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lots of sprinkles.
Lots of sprinkles.
You know my word.
Yes, you use your word a lot, so I know what sprinkles is.
I don't use the word sprinkles. I just
He's been in a lot more than what I just mentioned, but those were just the notable ones that I threw on here. And even though he was just this cop and he was kind of the original scapegoat for, ooh, I bet you he's the one doing all this, he still brought in a good performance, I thought.
Yeah, always does. But now I need to go back and watch The Expanse and Discovery to find him.
It's season 6 of The Expanse. He played an admiral.
do y'all remember?
I think I remember that now. I did order that DVD special, so I have The Expanse complete set coming to my door next week.
Okay.
We haven't.
The Expanse writers tweeted about that, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm buying that," because I missed out on Star Trek Picard when they had that special one.
What?
I missed out on getting that.
I don't have any of them.
I wanted to get that, but
I know. Okay, here's a problem I have a lot on this podcast because I watched so many episodes of Warehouse 13. I can't remember if we've made it and we talked about it yet, or if I'm just remembering
Which one are you
it.
talking about? Because I watched like 3 episodes.
Have we
ahead of
seen?
the one right now.
We've already seen the episode where they introduced Tesla and they talked about all the things that's happening in the city. I don't think we have.
I don't even know who Tesla is.
No.
Is she new?
No, we have not met
She
Tesla
knew.
yet.
Who is that?
no.
Is she new? Okay, there's a woman that plays in the post office on
Yes.
Warehouse 13 that
Yes.
we'll see her in one of the episodes, but I'm going to remind you later on.
We
I'm
saw
gonna-
her in this one because Myka gets her stuff.
she looks like Jewel State, like in an older version of it. She looks like Jewel State.
I didn't think so.
Who?
She was the mail lady.
She was the mail lady. She's the one that says, "Are you all done?" Because I don't have that TiVo thing, so she couldn't stop her
her.
movie that she was watching.
That's one of
Her?
one of my favorite.
Yes.
In this, again, I didn't have time to watch today, but I'm going off memory. So in this one of the episodes where Myka at the very end, where she finally gets him the comic book, right? And
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
this is
That's
going
this one.
to what I've always said, but I like their friendship. They are best friends,
Yes.
friendship, right?
They
So
are
his
best
stuff
friends.
hasn't come
Yeah, in
in
this
yet.
one, they definitely do that a lot more. Yes.
His stuff hasn't been arriving from DC yet, and he's always going to the post office, always asking the lady, and she's always shutting
Every
him down. And then
Tuesday.
he finally gets his stuff, and then Mike gets him that comic book he was talking about.
We all know dang well those writers wanted to put H.G. and Wells together, but no. Had to be Pete.
That's season 5. We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this picture of Kyra Harper, and she does kind of look like an older
She could
Jewel
be her
Sate.
mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
always
well,
thought so. I always thought so.
I'd have to look at her picture again, but Yeah, it cracked me up that the two of them are walking through town, and Pete's like saying hi to everybody walking through town, and Myka's like, "You're never gonna get anybody to like you." And no one is even giving them the time of day, like even looking at their direction. He's like looking at the other, and this blonde chick walks by, and he's like, "Call me," and
That's
Myka's
right,
like,
'cause
"Come
they think
on."
they're IRS.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because they
That's
think
why
they're
everybody
like,
hates us. We take their taxes.
Yes.
yeah. And then they walk in, and the lady at the post office is like, "Oh, goody. Is it Tuesday again already?"
Yes.
And then Myka gets her trunk of stuff, and she gets very happy as Leena says, "Your aura is very happy."
Do you know the teddy bear?
Yeah, the teddy bear.
The teddy bear that she used was actually Joanne's teddy bear.
Yep.
Was it?
It's
Yeah.
the
Aw.
white bear.
I knew that.
It was a white bear.
It's the white bear, Mom.
It wasn't
The
that
John
white bear.
Cusack bear.
No, it wasn't
bear.
that one. It was Joanne's bear. It wasn't that bear.
It did
John.
look well loved. It was very cute.
Speaking of Joanne, do
It
you know
looked
he
well
has a
loved.
sister named Joanne?
Who? SP?
John
What?
Cusack.
John Cusack.
My sister's not named Joanne.
She played in a
John Cusack.
very,
though.
very, very B movie from the maybe 90s. It was called The All Nighter, and it had Susanna Hoffs from the Bengals in it. She played in a movie.
Every
with John
movie I
Cusack.
watch now has some kind of white bear in it now. Like there's always one in there. Every show.
You missed the connection I just gave you.
I know. I saw it.
Susanna Hoffs.
Susanna Hoffs. John Cusack.
Joan, yeah.
I like the white bear better.
Moving on.
What was your favorite artifact, Law?
Like in this episode or like in the show?
Well, let's start with this episode, then you can branch out.
Okay. I like the pearl thingy. I like the little.
That wasn't in this episode.
Yes, it was.
Where?
No, well, there was a mention of it, but it was not in this episode.
Maybe the previously on.
Wait a minute.
Previously
Wasn't
on
it
Warehouse
in-
13.
Yeah, it was in the previously
I got
on.
them mixed up. I watched too many. I got them mixed up.
I made her watch the beginning of season all the way going forward.
Whoopsies. But anyway. Probably.
Okay, so there's the workout trunks, the prayer rope, the suit, Jack Kirby's belt, the Norse hammer.
So was the claw that Claudia brought, was that an artifact, or is that something she just made?
No, that was a Claudia special. She made that. Didn't it look like the Thanos' gauntlet?
Infinity Gauntlet. That's why I brought it up.
It totally looked like the Infinity
I was
Gauntlet.
thinking more gadget. The claw. Toy Story.
The master chooses which we should go. Which one shall stay? Which one shall go?
They were just called energy gloves, and it looked spectacularly like the Infinity Gauntlet, which didn't appear on screen for another year for the Marvel, and even that wasn't the right one. It was a fake one.
Yeah, as soon as she brought it out, she's like, "These are a Claudia special." She just whipped them up because that's what she does.
This was the episode where Pete wanted. He's like, "I'll go." Remember, he's like really excited to try him, and then and then I almost called her Joanne, and then Mike is like, "Well, it makes you impotent."
And Claudia said that.
Oh yeah,
Claudia said that. She's like, and in men, it makes them impotent. And he's like, "It's all about you,
Wonder Woman."
I like how Claudia's hair strand changes every episode. Like, because the first one it was pink, and then it was green, and then it's blue.
Because she's cool like that.
Because it changes every episode.
Yes, and in this episode, her hair was like flying all over the place too. It was very
like she went from a Dora the Explorer bob into a Karen cut.
Karen cut.
Aunt Kim cut.
Yeah, I got it. I also have a cousin named Karen. Both of them are funny.
Wait, is this the one at the wedding we saw the black dress? Her? Kristin's wedding?
You're asking the person that's a stroke victim to remember?
She can remember dead people's birthdays. She can remember this.
Surprisingly, I
anything that has to do with history. Yes, your mom will remember.
Family history.
I got you. Well, I couldn't tell you what I had for lunch today, but I got you on history.
We know, Mom.
I
We
can't remember
know.
if I had lunches today. I don't know.
Yeah, it was quite funny. Pete was very excited to be the superhero, takes off his shirt, and he's like, I've always wanted to, it's only going to take me 60 seconds. Claudia's like, and in men, it causes impotence. And he's like, Myka, it's all about you.
Right.
It's all about you, Wonder Woman, is what he said. Yeah. That was funny. So, La, what was your favorite scene of the episode?
Not the previously on either.
Shut up. Butt cheek. Wait, what? Oh, I like the scene where they were in the comic book store and Pete was just looking around. He was just looking around, toddling around like a little kid, and Myka was actually doing the work.
And how did Myka have to get to work? How'd she get that?
I'll trade you for this paper for your number.
Yeah.
And she said no.
And she's like, just takes the paper, like, in your dreams.
Valiant
Also,
effort.
I don't know how she can look at that once and then understand all the information. My dyslexic self would be like, "Can I take this?"
Because she's photographic memory.
I could never.
Has your dad ever taken you to a comic book store?
He's taken me to a bookstore.
Yeah, the recycler, and it didn't.
It has comic books in it, but it's not like a comic book
But never
store.
just the comic book store.
Yeah.
Okay.
This episode was definitely one of my geeky heart's favorite, just for all of Pete's geekiness about Iron Shadow, and Myka's like, yeah, I read books, not cartoons, and Pete's like, they're comic books.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
So it made my little geeky heart happy to watch Pete just get all geeky and happy when he's in a comic book store.
Kid.
Now, how would we solve this problem? Wait, Lois Lane. That's the problem. That's the kryptonite.
Yeah, it's not kryptonite. It's Lois Lane. So they missed the artifact not once, but twice in this episode. The first time was the key. What does this do? It's a key. It opens things.
And then they...
Yeah.
And then the second thing was the what they thought was wrong with Sean, and they didn't know it was the trunks, right? So they did the wrong thing with that. And then
they grabbed his belt.
Yeah, they had to go for the trunks, and
then they missed it again.
The funny part was when they first see the Iron Shadow, and Myka, who was that masked man?
Yeah.
I mean, that was no man. That was a superhero.
That's not a superhero.
I think so far this is my least favorite episode, but I do like the one-liners that you have to be a fan or a Comic-Con fan or a comic book. You have to be
geek.
You have to be a geek fan to understand and to get the references, right? Like
with
we
great
all
power becomes great responsibility.
Yeah.
What? That's what they say.
Comes great responsibility.
With
Stanley.
great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
What? That's what they say.
With your hands on your hips. Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been taught well.
Although there were so many good
she
one-liners in this one.
Into the Spider-Verse, right, Law? Like that? Yeah. I actually like this because of all that stuff. This is my fourth favorite. It's not my favorite. It's my fourth favorite. So Time Will Tell, which was the episode last week that I said was my favorite. Then McPherson, then Claudia, then Mild Mannered. Those are my top four right now.
I like the modeling one where Myka has to be the model. We haven't gotten to it yet, but
yeah. See, that's my problem. I'm sitting here thinking we haven't reached my favorite episodes yet.
That's my.
But we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, I do like. No, that hasn't happened yet either. Oh, yes, it is. When they went to Vegas.
Yes, that's happened. They had the coin.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I think coming up, and most of mine happened in season 2, but then season 3 definitely. But I think there's one coming up with the statues of the eagle and the griffin change.
Oh, I remember that one.
Remember that one? That's one of my favorite ones.
Wait,
but
yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
No, we haven't.
Has to. I don't remember who. I think it was Myka has to
I mean, there's never a bad episode of Warehouse 13 that I don't like. There's just others that I love more than the other.
This is the episode that Myka revealed her middle name. And I loved how Pete kept on guessing throughout the entire
Oh my
episode.
god, that was
Ophelia.
funny.
Definitely have to be a
Shakespeare. Mm-hmm.
You heard Shakespeare?
Burger King, let down your hair. That's about all I got.
Shakespeare.
That's all I.
Are they teaching it so far in 8th grade? They don't teach it. You have to get in
No.
high school, right?
You have to be. I'm in.
That depends on the school, I think, anymore. I don't know if they even teach.
It depends on the theater program.
Okay, to be fair, they don't even teach them how to read cursive anymore.
Yeah. No, I can spell my name. That's pretty much it.
They don't
How
teach
do you
them cursive at all. I think it's designed that way on purpose, and then now you can't read any of the nation's documents.
I can spell my name. That's about
Cursive?
it. Yes, I can.
I'm shocked because you couldn't read it.
I wasn't
tonight.
allowed to get candy because if I couldn't spell my first name, Miss Donahue wouldn't give me candy.
It's pretty easy. It's just 2 letters. L-A. Law. I mean, that's not difficult to remember.
You should
Wait.
remember that. Yes,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Yeah, see? You got
Just
it.
I
in the
remember-
air.
M has like 4 little. No, wait. No, 4, right?
There are 4
Because-
lights.
Today we
Yeah.
were earlier 4 lights.
There are 4 lights.
I can't even say. Do you know that reference? Because she doesn't. She'll sit down and watch Star Wars, but she won't watch Star Trek with me.
I
Did you
forgot how to
see?
spell my name for a second.
Did you see Ahsoka?
I haven't.
No, her.
He's talking to you.
Did you see Ahsoka?
Who?
No,
Ahsoka. The
no.
Disney Plus
There's
show
your answer.
Ahsoka.
It's a Disney Plus. It's the other
That's
show
on
that
Disney
came out
Plus.
after Mandalorian.
You have not seen? Well, you're missing out. That's fine.
It was
That's
good.
fine. Yeah, I mean, it's only like the best Star Wars ever, but it's you do you.
I don't know. I mean, it was real. I love
Star
it.
Trek
Well,
girl.
yeah, it was probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
See?
Because
There
it's
you go.
Ahsoka. I'm like, Ahsoka.
I know we all know what's going to go on with Leena, but this is the episode where you really see that something's going on with Leena because she has to call Mrs. Frederick that said, you told me to call you if something bad happened or something happened. So this is it. So this is the start of that. And then the whole thing with McPherson appearing to
Mhm.
Artie, and then he gives Artie the watch basically because Artie goes back into his old room that has been cataloged and
Yeah,
he gets
vault.
the watch. Yeah.
No,
Oh.
it wasn't in the Escher
no,
vault. It
you're right.
was in
just
the other
old,
vault.
It's in the old.
Yeah.
Right. It was
Yeah.
cataloged.
Did you guys notice the thing that scrubs all the pores in a artifact with the goo was like an old washing machine kind of thing, like a really old washer from way back? It was a long time ago washing machine. That was what they used to scrub it. And Claudia, this house is clean.
Name the movie. Name it.
Mary Poppins?
Oh,
It was not Mary. Oh my god!
Mary Poppins.
What is it? What is it?
Wait, it was Carrie's first horror movie.
See, I didn't know what
The
it was
Weather
from. It was
Channel?
just funny.
Oh my
The
goodness,
weather.
Carolyn, you didn't know where that came from either.
I
This
don't
house-
watch horror.
I don't.
Goodness, it's from the Poltergeist.
Oh, well,
Little
see,
short
I
woman.
wouldn't know that.
This house is clean. That's what
This house is clean.
we've all learned something from today.
Also, doesn't HG have a daughter? Because like when she looked in the little locket thing, it's also in the little credits too. Like when it'll show the characters and their names. That locket had Leena in it when they were doing the intro and stuff. She took it out of her shirt and looked at it and smiled and put it back in her shirt.
Leena has nothing to do
No,
with
not Leena, but I'm saying that it's in the credits. Like they showed the thing.
I'll have to look at that again. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
But HG, doesn't she have a daughter that died?
She has a daughter, but I can't think
Isn't
of
her
what you're
picture
talking-
in that locket thing?
Her-
Because I remember seeing
okay,
something about
okay.
it.
Yes, she has a daughter, and yes, her daughter's picture is in that locket. I'm just confused about the credit thing that you're talking about.
And the credits, you know, like how they'll show you like little
Yes.
things of the characters with their name under it. They photoshopped Leena in the locket with her name on it. That's how I recognize the locket from HG's thing.
I'll have to pay attention to that again. I didn't see that. I don't remember that.
They'll show you
I'm usually
artifacts,
taking
like key
notes.
artifacts from the episode. In
I don't
the
remember
credits.
anything about it, Leena, but yeah, gonna make me go back and watch something too.
Something that I liked about this episode, but probably drove everybody nuts when they first watched it. I think it was about 12 minutes before you get to the opening credits.
Yeah.
It was a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like,
I actually didn't notice because I was into the show so much. So I didn't. I mean, now that you say something that yeah, now I realize that, but I didn't actually notice that when I was watching it. So
Can't really be called a teaser anymore, huh?
I was watching it and so much had happened, and then all of a sudden the credits started and the intro credits, the opening credits, and I looked down at the time and it was like 11 or 12 minutes through. I was like, wow, this was a long opening sequence.
like,
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
there was food in this one.
Oh,
Pete did get to eat 2 pieces of lemon pie.
I'll just
And
take
the
it.
adorable part was, they're in the car. They're
Yeah.
watching the cop to make sure he's the one that's probably got the artifact on
Puts it
him.
down on the dashboard.
He puts it down on the dashboard, but he's also got pie on his face. And Myka reaches over and wipes it off. It's just their
Is that the one where
relationship
she's like, you
since
got
season
pie
1.
like all over your face?
Got a
No,
little.
she just wiped it off. They were just in casual conversation, and she just takes a napkin and wipes it off. Like, you're such a
And
slob.
so she used to
Just
treat him
wipes it off.
treat him like a child, like a little brother.
So he did get to eat 2 pieces of pie. And we find out that Myka is actually a Twizzlers girl because she had those in her pocket.
Yeah.
And
Just
then at
casually
the end,
goes
there was
around.
talk of cookies, but there was no cookies.
yeah. Artie mentioned like
Were there
oatmeal raisin
tacos?
cookies or something. I forget.
No, his favorite are the
Butterscotch. I can't remember what he
no.
asked for.
It's something else.
I thought
Crap.
it was
No, I'm gonna have
oatmeal.
to go
I
back and look at
did
it.
think it was oatmeal. I
Oatmeal scotch.
remember.
No, it was like maybe it was oatmeal scotchies.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think that's what he says. Oatmeal scotchies. Had to do something with scotchies, I think. I have to go back and look at it now.
Yeah, it's oatmeal. That's what he likes to eat.
So my favorite scene in the episode was at the very end when Pete was given his surprise. Because a lot
Yes.
happened there. You get Pete with his surprise. You get all his stuff in there. He says, this is better than a home. You get Myka and Pete on the bed reading the comic together. And you also get Artie and Claudia having a little thing and everything. So that scene right there was my favorite scene of the whole
I
episode.
like that Artie's like kind of like a Claudia's dad. I like that.
Yep. Definitely her dad figure. I think they got him an Xbox. I think that was what was sitting on there. Is they got him an Xbox. And what was it? Issue 46,
Yep.
his white whale. of
And
the
Myka
comic
said, you don't
books.
want to know what I had to do to get this. And oh, yes, I do want to know what you had to do to get that.
She probably just had to give the guy her number at the comic book shop because he probably found it. But that was also very funny that they're in the comic book store and they find out where they're going next. And you hear Myka or Pete, to the Batmobile.
There's a sign on my door named it says Batcave.
I don't know if y'all have
Love
noticed
it.
it, but this was the first episode. I think I could be wrong, but I think this is the first episode where you see like the family gathering,
Mhm.
but they're not in the warehouse. This is the first time you're seeing them in someone's bedroom.
Mhm.
We're in a
Yes. And not downstairs at the table or
Right.
anything like that. Yeah.
This time it's in Pete's room because of his surprise. Yes.
I did see something on social media today. It was kind of funny. I'd never seen it before. It was about Jessica Biel, and it said, no, she will not name her kid Batmo.
Batman.
Her last name Biel, and no, she will not.
Batmobile.
Yeah.
Batmo. They think about
Oh,
that.
jeez.
Where is she?
Where is she?
You just like randomly spit out things, don't you?
You raised me. Batman. She's Batman.
It's your fault, Mom. I'm just like you. You taught me,
Not my
Mom.
fault. It's your fault.
Yeah, well, if Bear was here, she totally would have made a comment.
That's what she said.
There you go.
Carrie's word.
Totally spits it out.
Carrie's phrase. That's what she said.
Yeah. That is my girl.
And occasionally, that's what he said. That's occasionally, though. Only on rare events.
What is that? Oh. That's what he said?
That's what he said. Arf.
Arf.
That's my girls.
You
You know what's funny? Both of them are just the same. They're just one's quieter than the other.
They're a couple of years
Carrie.
apart. I would project that when they get older, they'll be exactly the same.
Boy, Carrie's like, I'm not as innocent. I'm not the innocent. I'm like, no.
You got scared.
No.
You had a nightmare from the Weather Channel.
No. She said, she said, Claudia's innocent like me. I'm like, you are not innocent. No.
The Weather Channel can be very scary. And there's tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, bunch of stuff.
Cyclones.
Asteroids hitting the
When
earth.
she was 4, when Carrie was 4, she had nightmares from. We were watching something on the Weather Channel, and it was like tsunamis that were coming through.
See?
It's a
Tsunamis.
very scary place on there. Very scary. Super scary.
So this episode was directed by the award-winning Konstantin Makros, and he had already previously directed one episode last season, Burnout, and he's going to direct 7 more, and he's a 2-time award winner. We talked about him before. So I'm not surprised that this is like one of my favorites or well put together or whatever you want to call it, from my perspective at least.
Burnout was one with the metal thing on your back, right?
No, Burnout was the one where it was the prison that needed to have the cross on the wall.
Okay.
And it was written by Benjamin Robb and Derek Hughes. Both we talked about them before. They have done episodes before and will be doing a few episodes in the future. So you have a team behind the scene that is very entranced with the warehouse and Warehouse 13 and the characters. So it just gets better. Once you start world building and you bring in a good creative team that has previous experience, you're just going to run with it and go. And that's what we got in this episode. So I attribute it to the good acting, the good script, and the good directing.
What other episodes are you going to do?
Which one? The director?
No, the first one. The first guy you were talking about.
Yeah, the director. Yeah, Konstantin. Beyond Our Control, which is the very next episode. We'll talk about that in a second. The finale episode of this season, Reset. The second episode of the 3rd season, Trails. Season 3, episode 10, Insatiable. Season 4, episode 2, An Evil Within. Episode 4 of that season, There's Always a Downside. And episode 8, Second Chance. He did not direct any season 5 episodes.
Good. I would like to. Can't like him now.
I did really like the understanding that Leena and Claudia came to at the end. You know, Claudia was super pissed at Leena in the first place, and then Leena's like, look, I almost lost my family too. And then finally at the end where, you know, Myka is kind of like the big sister that Claudia's always needed to tell her, you know what, life is not always great. And we have to forgive the ones that we love because they're not perfect either. And so then by the end, Leena and Claudia are making up and they're forgive Leena for, Claudia finally forgives Leena for, picking on her for being the warehouse person and
Let's go change some light bulbs now.
and putting up the motion detectors because, that's what they need to do because the warehouse could be under attack.
The new motion detectors. So we were talking last time about them having to update the security systems of the warehouse. They are actually starting to update the security of the warehouse.
But did they change the passwords?
Probably not.
No.
Nor did they take the key out of the door.
What does this do? It's a
Change
key.
the
It
button
unlocks
under the desk.
They haven't changed that. And my question is, when all those walls went up, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That probably haven't been ever activated in forever. How do they go back down? And that had to break something. So they just got to be updated
Well, you
too.
just wait 4 hours.
They got to be broken too.
Yeah, like what happens if you angle it wrong and there's like a
Otherwise, she's
shelf and
seeing a
it's
doctor.
I get it. I get it. But I just skimmed right over that because she would have caught on and
what?
yeah.
It's on TV. It's commercials.
I caught it.
They don't watch TV commercials. They watch YouTube.
Actually, I watch TikTok and occasionally YouTube.
You know what the blue pill is? Your eyes just got big.
What is it for?
It's a discussion your mom is going to have with you later.
It's for men. It's for men to help them with sprinkles.
It's a sprinkle pill?
It's a sprinkle pill.
It's more.
It's a blue sprinkle.
It's more of a spring pill.
It's a blue sprinkle.
It's a blue sprinkle. It's to help men with sprinkling.
They should have called it Tigger.
Mom, take your blue sprinkly self away.
Because what happens with Tiggers?
It don't work on women.
So, Carolyn, what kind of feedback did we get?
See, they know me.
What was it?
Anyways, Mom.
Wonderful thing about Tiggers.
Tiggers are a wonderful thing.
The best thing about it is tacos. Okay. Tacos.
Taco Cabana.
Hey, I didn't start this podcast. Shannon started this
Chicken
podcast.
tacos. With sour cream. Okay.
All right, what kind of feedback did we get?
I think we just got retweets.
Yeah, no emails. No emails.
Oh, I love
Nobody loves
emails.
us anymore.
I love emails.
If you're listening to this, you can email us warehouse13, that's 13, warehouse13fancast @gmail.com. It will go straight to Shannon and she will send it out to us. We would really appreciate your feedback.
I'm going to force Beef against his will to write an email. He will. I'm going to tell Dad.
Well, I mean, you do have that ability. I mean, it was on a blanket and everything, and then he came on the cast. So
yeah,
it did.
He's not coming on the thingy. See, so
because you don't have the thingy.
Yeah, for now.
They do.
Tacos are tasty.
Mom.
Do you guys have anything else you want to say about this episode?
I do. Wait.
Yeah. What do you got?
Yes.
It's the final countdown.
There we go. All right. So next,
Carolyn, you asked for that one.
yeah. So next time in 2024, we will be back the first week of January in 2024. We will cover Warehouse 13, Season 2, Episode 3, Beyond Our Control. La, I'm going to ask you, you have the honor of choosing between the IMDb description or the Amazon description.
Amazon description.
Okay. When an artifact meant for the warehouse turns up in the small town next door, the team finds themselves in the middle of a B-movie meltdown, complete with cowboys, gladiators, sci-fi robots, and beach-storming Marines. Their only chance of survival rests with the man who invented television, Philo T. Farnsworth.
I watched that episode. That's a good episode.
That's the episode I was thinking about. Have we seen them?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It also has the Mel lady.
That's what I'm talking. Didn't she steal the thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. So I have a question. So the trunks just showed up. I think they were planted by somebody.
Who? My question is, the guy he bought them from, where'd he get them?
That's my point. It was just a garage sale. He mentioned it. He picked it up in a garage sale.
Yep. After he'd been
but it's not McPherson anymore.
Yeah. So who robbed him? And then who planted the trunks? I think it was all a setup.
HG.
Yep.
I bet you the same person that robbed him, robbed him, also made him buy the trunk.
Well, I believe that's what happened here. But I don't know if they carried on with that story or not. That's just
go, maybe?
My thinking right now.
Do you want to go?
Square up.
The reason why we're not going to have another podcast until 2024 is my daughter is either going to have a baby or is going to be induced on Sunday. So we're recording this on Tuesday, the 21st of November. So by Sunday coming up, I will be a grandfather. And so that is why we're taking the remainder of the year off, but we will be back in 2024.
So your first time being a grandfather?
Yep.
Woo-hoo.
What about you? Is it your first time being a grandmother?
Yes, it better be. Very long time from now.
Better. I was going to say, in a very long time.
A galaxy far away.
La, did you have fun?
Yeah. In another world. In another time. In another. I had to throw a quote in there, Mom.
You did one very well.
Mhm.
I got the itchies.
It's the final Captain.
So do you want to come back sometime, Law, or is this it? Is this one and
I'm
done
coming
for you?
back.
You are?
She's
Okay.
coming back apparently.
Good. We
All
would
right.
like you back.
I want to come back for the Myka win the model episode. I want to come back for that
Okay, I just don't remember the title of it, but
one.
We'll
I don't
figure it
know.
out later.
We'll figure it out.
I know what you're talking about because she ages with the
Yeah, that one. I like that one.
All right. Until next time, I'm Agent SP.
This is Sci-Fi Girl,
I'm Agent Carolyn.
and you're Michaela. Oh, say bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for an episode of the Artie's Attic Warehouse 13 Fancast. You can find all our episodes at warehouse13fancast.com. If you'd like to contact us, you can hit us up on our email at warehouse13fancast@gmail.com. We are a part of the Lone Wolf Podcast Network. You can hear more of this cast and other shows like it by checking out lonewolfpodcasts.com. The intro music is Sci-Fi Hybrid Intro by Soundmake, and the outro music is Science Fiction by Tunes to Go. Both were purchased on pond5.com.
I was going through my closet the other day, and I found stuff from the Sci-Fi Channel. Actually says all these shows that we've talked about. It has Eureka, Ghost Hunters, Sanctuary, Caprica, Warehouse 13, SGU, all these things that was
Aw.
put out for the promotional, right? All that stuff.
Yeah, where
Aw.
did you get that?
I don't.
Ancient artifact.
I must have got it from a con.
It's an
Because
artifact.
They're iron-on patches.
Huh.
That's cool.
So there's again, they got Destination Truth. Ghost Hunters is in the very back.
So warehouse.
You get you got Eureka.
Oh,
You got Eureka. So they're iron-on patches,
they're
right?
iron-on patches?
I know, like ancient shit.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
the reason I brought it to you tonight, there's Sanctuary. There's Sanctuary SGU.
Aw. Aw.
Warehouse.
Look at that. Warehouse 13.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's how you know it's ancient. It's ancient.
Sanctuary.
Well, yeah. That is so cool. I wonder how you got that.
Honestly, I don't really know. I've never used the iron-on patch, but
Because you've always been complaining that sci-fi never showed up at cons.
well, they don't, which
Well,
means
not
They
good
don't.
sci-fi.
Well, that's not true. They were at the Rose City Comic Con when I was there, except for all they had was Chucky.
No,
That
not
was it.
good sci-fi. That's
Right.
good.
Yes.
Whatever they have now is
Well,
that.
this is definitely promotional because it came with button hat pins too. I got those too.
You do?
Somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah. I remember it coming with it, but I don't have it in there now, so I must have taken that out. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, hey, it's gonna be good to talk about the cast. So
Most
Good ancient
definitely.
artifact.
Snag it, bag it, and tag it.
limited edition. This Saturday is Sci-Fi Shirt Day. Join us for iron-on design from your favorite sci-fi show onto a t-shirt and wearing it with pride. That's good because you can't find warehouse anywhere else.
Well, you can if you go to Eddie McClintock's Twitter page.
That's true. That's true.
That's how you do Thanksgiving right there.
See, that is what I do for every major rocket launch. I go out and I get Burger King. And there was a major rocket launch last weekend, and I had Burger King for
That's what you're
breakfast.
talking about.
Burger
Yeah.
King.
Burger King for breakfast.
A Whopper.
Every day. Breakfast, lunch, and
Every
dinner.
day in high school, I had a Burger King for breakfast. They knew me.
This wasn't Burger King breakfast. This was a Whopper.
This is Burger King
I
brunch.
had a Whopper Junior, no tomatoes or onions, every day
That's what I
to
have.
the point for breakfast. Yeah, every day to the point that when I would drive my car on the way to go to school, I would drive my car and they would just tell me to come on through. They have it ready for me. They knew my
Oh
order.
no.
They knew my order, and it was $1.07.
I feel like the Burger King people at the one like up by Walmart, I feel like they know Dad's car now because he goes there so much when we do casts.
Probably.
He's like, oh, it's him.
That's what they did with me, literally. I mean, they'd wave me on. I never had to stop and order. They like, we have it waiting for you. Come on through.
So I ordered a Whopper Junior, a bacon, whatever it's called,
Whatever it is.
couple of hamburgers, 2 onion rings, and 4 French fries. And I got up to the window and they just gave it to me and said goodbye.
Did you ever find out who paid for that?
No idea. It's like, okay, well, I tried to give them the credit card and it wasn't like somebody paid for it. I think they just messed up.
They're like, you know what? Just make them leave.
Be
Just
like,
make 'em
no
leave.
one here.
Fries the next day, though, were they any good? Because they're usually pretty nasty when they get
Yeah, I
cold.
got an air
and then you-
fryer. Just throw them in the air fryer.
Yeah.
They're fine.
But sometimes it burns all the potato out of them. Then you just have potato
Grease.
souls.
Potato souls.
Potato souls with no, like, potato corpses. Potato corpses.
It's already a potato corpse.
Yes.
Potato soul.
You guys ready?
See,
I gotta wing it. I didn't watch the episode.
All right. Do you know what happened?
just think comic books. It was the comic book
Myka's in
one.
hot pleather leather. Yeah,
Yes.
I got it. I got it. It's got nice. He's
Okay.
I think the only thing
Myka has a nice ass. What?
Continue. Oh, Lord.
Yes, Myka's the superhero in leather.
And then
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, Shannon's going to love this one.
as Donkey would say, she got a nice booty.
In the morning, I make it waffle.
Everybody loves waffles.
Not to make waffles off of something.
In the morning, I make
Not to make waffles off of something.
Mom.
Continue.
Okay. Here we go. Live in 3, 2. And Myka said, you don't want to know what I had to do to get this. And oh, yes, I do want to know what you had to do to get that.
She probably just had to give the guy her number at the comic book shop because he probably found it.
Ooh, Mimi.
Sorry.
Wow.
We've had a camera failure.
We've had a camera twitch.
Mom, you broke it. You broke it.
I might have.
But that was also very funny that they're in the comic book store and they find out where they're going next. And you hear Myka or Pete, to the Batmobile.
I had a stripper picked up one time at an Uber, and she went home with the story. I went home with the story that night because she changed in the back seat of my car. Right, so I'm taking her home.
Oh, is that why you sold
into
it?
clothes or the rags she was dancing in?
She changed into clothes.
Oh, clothes. Okay.
And out of the rags that she was dancing in. So it smelled nice in my car. It smelled like cinnamon and
And
vanilla
vanilla.
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or coconut and whatever. But the
Strawberry.
next day, I went to put the car seats back in my car, and there was like glitter stuck to the back of the seat.
Like I said, that's why
And
you
that
sold the
gets
car.
everywhere.
It was a fairy.
It
You
never
must
comes
be
out.
Tinkerbell. You're code
She was a fairy.
code name Tinkerbell.
It never comes out.
Carolyn.
What? I was talking about glitter in your back seat, Dorcas.
That's what she said.
I just got shipping information. What the hell did I buy?
Don't you love that? Hey, you just got shipping confirmation. Wait, what did I get?
Wait, whoa. This is going too fast. I don't remember what I bought.
Excuse me. Didn't you tell your husband to get off the internet so that it'll upload?
No, I don't think that's it. I think the computer might have been full or something. I don't know.
Disconnected this internet right now.
I didn't
That
mean
is
literally.
not what I'm. Yes, that is not what I meant.
Had to inform Chumbus real quick.
Chungus.
Yeah, I call her Chumbus.
Chungus.
I call her Chubby,
Oh.
but like not because she's chubby, because I think it's just a cute name. She calls me Chungy. Chumby.
Oh,
At the end
bear.
of the day, that means rabbit.
I thought you were talking about Sean. You're talking about bear. Okay.
One calls the other Chungus, and then the other's Chumby.
No, but we rotate names. Like sometimes I'll call her Chumby, or I'll call
And
her
then they-
Chungus,
they
and then I'll
just
call
call
her
each other
Chumby
Chung.
Low, and Officer Chung, and Chumby